The next aspect is because my target market has children, I'm gonna go to where they're at all the time, which is their schools. Is anyone doing any school advertising? One person? Okay, so one of the things that I had our marketing assistant do is she got a list from the title company of all the schools, and she picked up the phone and called every single school. And she's like, do you offer any banner advertising for businesses, yes or no? And if it was yes, okay, we wanna buy it. So on the football fields, right by the road, everything, we were gonna buy it. And we're gonna have the same messaging over and over and over again. It was the worry-free listing. It was just going back, imagine this right here. Imagine this in a banner at the school. But instead of learn more, it was the phone number, as big as I could get the phone number. Not a QR code and not a website, phone number. That's what I wanted there.
The marketing banner?
Yeah, it's a marketing banner, yep. But not just at one school, in every school.
In Temecula and Marietta.
Every school. 3 high schools per city. Like I said, I did it big. I have a bigger marketing budget. That's not what I'm recommending you to do. Remember what I've said almost this whole time. Start small. Start small and spread out like a virus and just go out. Start small. Take your city, take your community, draw your race, go. This is the zip code that I want to own because it's got turnover, it's got my avatar, and everybody's going to know me in this zip code, come hell or high water. So now the school sponsorships, because that's my avatar, right? I said parents are my avatar. They take their kids to school all the time, and I want my face right in front of them all the time. I want them to go, dude, he is everywhere. I cannot get away from him. Absolutely. You can't get away from me. That's exactly what I want. So school sponsorships. That's a big one, especially if your target market is parents. Moving truck. Anyone need a tax write-off? So schools.
So you buy your own moving truck?
Yep. So you got 2 options here, folks. Number 1, buy it yourself, or number 2, get sponsorships. You can, by the way though, I have a company that will lease it to you. 4-year lease, and you can have vendors pay for the lease. Pretty cool, yep. So this moving truck right here, you can get for, I think, brand new, fully wrapped, delivered to you, and it covers insurance every single month because it's a special insurance. It's, I think, $1,000 a month. So you get 2 vendors that will go in on the branding. So maybe on one of the sides, you have your lender on one of the front doors or another company on the other side, and have them pay $250 a month. And now your bill total is $500 a month to have a moving billboard driving around the community all the time. Complete market saturation. What's cool about this is the company, and I will refer it to you. This is who we just got ours through. And I did a lot of research to get this whole thing dialed in. What's cool about it is they not only build it for you, but they wrap it for you. You know, like this one, your home sold guaranteed or we'll buy it, this realty group, the website, the phone number and all this. We have one crafted right now. It's just got 2 things, a phone number and a QR code. That's it. We didn't do a website because I want the QR code. I think it's easier for people now how they understand QR codes. Just take a photo and go to the website instead of trying to type it in. They can't make a mistake or pick up the phone and call. But really what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get people to see my face, to see my brand. And this truck is to be driven in 2 cities. 2 cities. If it's not in use today, somebody from the office go drive it to a main street and park it. We'll get it at the end of the business day, or we'll get it tomorrow morning. Why go pay for a billboard on the freeway when you can have a billboard you can put anywhere you want, whenever you want? Oh, there's this happening in town? Drive the truck over there, park it. People are gonna walk right by the truck all day. This is going on? Park the truck over there.
So like, you didn't put your USP on there?
Oh, I did. I mean, I put my USP, but I was saying my call to action. So now though, this is coming. We got ours coming the 2nd week. We bought ours because we needed the write-off. But even if you buy yours, so I bought mine for 50 grand, and they come in, they deliver it here, and they set you up with the whole system. They set you up with the documents to go ahead and lease it out, just like a U-Haul would. They tell you exactly what to get copies of, proof of insurance, and driver's license for your customers when you give it to them. They release any and all liability from you, and you're actually protected under this company's insurance umbrella. I had my attorneys look into it, and they're like, you're insured. You're gonna be protected because you're an additional insurer under this insurance policy. This company's been around for over 20 years. They've got thousands of realtor moving trucks out there in the arena. You can buy it, or they do a leasing option where you can lease it for up to 4 years. So this is available to you. Now this in direct mail might be towards the very end, but if I were you guys, it's not about having the resources, it's about being resourceful, right? Well, I just told you, you can rent it essentially. You can rent it and you could get a used one, a year or two old, for maybe $800 a month. And then you got to pick up the phone to a lender, or we'll pick up the phone to a lender and get them to buy half of it. And they actually can put their marketing on it. So now you get a moving truck for $400. If I said this to everyone today, I said, listen, you can get a moving truck with all your branding on it, that's yours, that you can give it away to your clients, drive it all around town, do whatever, for $400 a month. Tell me what person in this room is not going to say, yes, I will take that. If that option was available to me 5 years ago, I'd be like, fuck yeah, $400, here you go. Instead of, because I always thought it was just too big. It was too much. But it's not about resources, it's about being resourceful. So that option is available to you. But now, here we go. Temecula, I got a moving truck driving around town every single day, whether from a client or my staff. I've got direct mail going out once a month. I've got a caller calling this area at least once a month. YouTube ads running every single day, Facebook, Instagram running, Pandora radio running, and I went and bought all the school advertising. The cool part about school advertising, you pay once, you get it for the whole year. I mean, you can go small, you can go big, it's whatever your budget allows. So when we look at this last one right here, look at what we got. And I'm going to talk about directional signage here in a moment. You've done a pretty good job at completely saturating a specific marketplace with your brand. Even if we didn't do this one right here, your moving truck, $500 a month. Let's add this up real quick. Because the one thing I want you guys to stop thinking about is you got to pay for this whole thing and it's going to cost a ton of money. You always can get sponsorships. And that's the theme of January for us. I'm going to help you guys go out and actually get sponsorships. So let's go with this. Facebook, Instagram, how much are we going to spend a month?
$20 a day.
Let's go $10 a day. Gotcha. Let's go $10 a day. So that's $300 a month. So now we got YouTube. We'll do the same thing. $300, $10 a day, $300 a month. We got Google display ads. We can go at $5 a day, and we can go at $150 a month. And so after that, we've got the circle dialing. We can do that for minimum, or you can probably go less, but we'll work to get, let's say we hire a company, we get $500 a month. And what else we got up there? We got the moving truck, right? We got radio. Let's say we spend $1,000 a month on that. That's the big one. We got the truck, the moving truck, and we got right there, we are going to spend, let's say $500. We'll get some co-sponsors on that one. What are we up to right now? $1,000, $2,000, $2,750. So for $2,750 a month, we are calling every homeowner in this micro area. And by the way, these are for bigger areas. The smaller your area you get, you know, if you're just doing a zip code, you may not need to do all these total amounts. 300 on Facebook, Instagram, 300 on YouTube, 150 on Google. So now you're online different places. Now you've got people actually calling. There's another source. You got on the radio. There's another source. You got the moving truck driving around. So 1, 2, 3, 4 different medias right now. In addition to, well, let's talk about directional signage.
What about the school? Is that
School's in there. So the two things I left out were school and direct mail. So schools, you'll have to figure that out. Every marketplace is different. I got a list of schools that I got to go through. Some schools do, some schools don't. Every market area is different. But just assume you take the cost, break it down, divide it by 12. And then direct mail. That's probably the last thing you guys will dip your toes into. All right. Now, when you look at this, directional signage, super important. Who's doing directional signage with their listings right now? One person? 2 people? Directional signage is the arrows that point to the actual sign. People are like, well, they'll be thrown away. Yeah, it's kind of the whole purpose. They are going to be thrown away, guys. The signs are going to be thrown away. You know, it's a little clever thing to do. The market area you focus on, pick up the phone, call the city or call the whatever county department deals with throwing away signs. Pretend to be someone complaining and ask what day they're coming around to throw on the signs. And they'll go, yeah, they're coming on Wednesday. Great. My signs are going out Thursday. That's all you got to do. Pick up the phone and call. So now so if this is your listing right over here, this is something that I fought forever, and then I started to actually see true value in it. So now here's your listing, and here's a road, and it goes by the house, all right? So you put a little for sale sign in front of the house, and you think that's good, right? But what you're missing is all the directional arrows going that way. But people will put directional arrows at like stop signs over here rather than look for the main street. You got to go to the main street. Every listing, I want you guys to start to put out 3 to 4 directional arrows pointing towards your listing. Directional arrows should be this. Arrows, logo, for sale. Do not put a website. Do not put a phone number. Do not put your face. Put the name, put your team logo, put your sign. Now, the face, if you really want to, knock yourselves out. But I'm trying to attract people with the words for sale, as big as I can get, pointing them to go, because I want them to drive by the home.
So yours says Cory Home Team for sale.
For sale. And 3 to 4 that go out and point to the house, because the more people I get driving by the home, the more sign calls I'm going to get, the more everyday open house sign calls I'm going to get, and brand recognition. People that are thinking about selling, they're driving down the street now and they look at the sign and they see the logo or they see my name. They see my name, Blake Cory. They're like, oh, that's the guy on the radio, dude. He's fucking everywhere. He's everywhere. That's the guy with the moving truck. That's the guy that we see in the mail all the time. That's the company that calls us all the time. And this is, a buck a sign. $1.50 a sign, there's $6. Yeah, they're going to be thrown away. Don't worry about it. They're going to be thrown away. I promise you that. Like, you may find some. And if you find them, probably wasn't on a main road, which means not many people saw it. If it's on a main road, it will get thrown away. You guys already know this in your communities. But you're getting a lot of eyeballs on it. And this is an eyeball play. That's what this is. This is an eyeball play. So, will the strategy that's up on the list right there produce a tremendous amount of leads coming in, thousands a month? The answer is no, it will not. Will it produce leads who call you and want you to come over and list their home? Yes, it will. Will it produce the right lead flow for you? Yes, it will. Do you want 500 Google pay-per-click leads and Facebook leads? Or do you want people who already know they're reaching directly out to a real estate agent, they're inquiring about getting a cash offer on their home or inquiring about listing their home today? I'll take the latter. And even if I got 20 or 30 of them, I'm going to sell more homes than I will with the 500 from Google pay-per-click this month. And it's going to be right now business. So when you put this whole strategy together, just so you guys know, if you were spending let's call it $2,800 a month. Let's say you guys spent $3,000 on that whole play right there, okay? $3,000 is your spend. Here's the return you got to get. All you got to do is times it by 5. 15,000. 15,000. Claire, average sales price. 400. Okay. So 400,000. Average commission on a listing. 2.5. So what is that? 10.5. 10.5. Right. So 10,500. Okay. So for Claire, she's seeing that gross. She's making $10,500 on every listing transaction on average. Now she takes these numbers and puts them together. Okay. Well, what is that? 1.5, roughly 1.5, right? She's got to sell 1.5 listings per month to cover the advertising cost of that. Because remember, we just don't go, oh, I only need to sell one house. I sell it and make 10 and it only costs me 3. I'm good. It's not how it's done in a business. You got a 5X return. Jen, your average sales price?
Like 360.
Okay. 360. Anyone above 400? What's yours?
650.
650. All right, I'll just go with 600. Well, look at this. If Noelle's is 600 and she averages 3, which she should be averaging on a listing, that's 18 grand. Guess what? You need one listing sold per month to pay for the entire, you need 18,000. Yeah, you need one transaction a month to pay for the whole marketing system. And think about all the eyeballs you're getting now on your name, brand recognition. And as time goes on, momentum. Not one truck, but 2 trucks. Not one caller, but 2 callers. Direct mail going out. It's a snowball. Sometimes agents have a hard time with this approach because they always look at lead quantity rather than lead quality. And that's, agents freak out. Team leaders freak out. Oh my God, I only got 5 leads this month. Yeah, but how many did you sell? 3? Okay, but I need 100, don't I? No, like did that money work right there? Because it seemed like it worked. So it's all about quality. You can even ask the lead agents that. It's all about the quality that they're getting in.